Welcome. Welcome to day 11 of the 29 Days of Love. So, today we're going to continue with the 5 pillars, and we're on falling in love, the third pillar of love. So, we have a lot to talk about today. So, falling in love. Recently, it was brought to my attention that so many of us say the word self love, fall in love with me, and we don't really own it. We don't really understand it. And so I want to go deeper into that today. I want to really lead you on a journey today into falling in love with you and why that makes a difference in your life. Why that makes a difference with romantic love, because there's different kinds of love. And so I know I told you guys that I did a talk on Friday night, and I've been getting so much incredible feedback from that. And one part of the feedback is go deeper, go deeper. I want to know more. I want to know more about the different kinds of love. I want, go deeper. So I thought, well, I'll start here, because here's the way it goes. Like the 5 pillars, which is understanding first, understanding love, clarity about what it is that you really want. Oh, look at what I just did. I don't even know how that happened, but that was awesome. Sorry, that threw me. The third is falling in love with you first, and then it is creating and then attracting. So let's go really deep. So, first, the understanding of love. When I talk about love, like I said, there's different kinds of love, and there's love that is spiritual, energetic, and then there's love that we experience as human beings. And it's beautiful because as human beings, we can have this because we're really spiritual beings having a human experience. But so often we're cut off from that. And it's just simply that we are, like, our egos in the way, our thoughts are in the way. That's the only thing. Our beliefs, which are our thoughts, standing in between us and who we really are, which is love. So let's go to the beginning. Let's talk about love. Let's say universe, source energy, infinite intelligence, God. This is what I am talking about. Energy, the highest vibration in the universe. So this energy field of infinite intelligence and creativity is love. And a part of this becomes made manifest and is you. You are love made manifest to experience itself. So, what a gift, right? How exciting is that? I did a meditation on Friday night, and it was so much fun because in this meditation, I guided the audience back to a place before they were incarnate, before they had come to earth, when they were like meeting with God, having a strategy session and planning out their life on earth. And like, what do you want to learn? What's your desire? What do you want to do in this lifetime? And so much love and so much support and so much excitement. Like, I'm going to learn about love. I want to learn about love. And I did. Only the first 50 years didn't really feel much like love. It felt like what not to do in love, but it was still part of my foundation and it was critical. So, love on that level is so pure and so high vibrational that it is an absence of judgment. It is so pure. It is a complete absence of judgment. If you think about being in love, now let's talk about like how you feel different types of love. Think about a time when you were so deeply in love with someone or something. It could be a pet, or maybe your child, or your parent, a sibling, a lover, a friend. That feeling inside of you so deeply, what does it feel like to just absolutely love with no, completely unconditional, with no whatsoever. What does that feel like? That's the energy that you're made of. That is who you are. And the only thing preventing you from living in that state of being is your thought. And your thought was what you were taught and what you experienced. But it is absolutely never too late to rewrite that story and to start living there. So I had this vision this morning of I want to create a graphic, a video graphic where it's like you can imagine like the silhouette of a human being, and you can see their energy inside the body. And you can subtly see a vibration inside of the body on this graphic in this video. And going through from the very low emotions of like despair and shame and guilt, and then showing that reflected in this diagram of this body, that it starts to vibrate and it starts to light up as we move up higher vibrationally. And we move up through the different vibrations, the different emotions, all the way up from like despair up to even anger, which is higher up above, to like kindness and hope, up all the way up to love and joy. So when it comes to falling in love with yourself, here's some questions to ask. When I had you think about what it felt like to really be in love, when you talk about self-love, loving yourself, do you feel that way? Most of it's a no. Most of us see going shopping, buying ourselves something, taking ourselves out to lunch, having a date, doing self-care, getting a massage is self-love. I mean the kind of love that you feel like when you exude love, when you're holding your newborn, when you're looking at your 10-year-old on the soccer field with so much joy, when you are looking into the eyes of someone that you love, when you are being nurtured by your parent. Love, those unconditional moments of pure bliss when you are fully aligned with what love really is. We can cultivate that so that we can live in that. Now, life is going to happen and it's going to pull us in and out. But if that's our objective and we know what it feels like, we can return to that center more easily and more quickly as we practice. So that feeling, hold that feeling. What does it feel like to really be in love? To really love something? This is what you take to your mirror work because it may not come instantly. You go, yeah, when I think about self-love and loving myself, there's a little disconnect there. I don't fully feel that, or I just really accept myself. I unconditionally love myself. I'm full of joy when I think about who I am and this lifetime that I'm experiencing and all that I get to experience, all of it, falling in love with all of it, looking at it from that big context where you are a spiritual being having a human experience and you get to experience all of it, even the pain, even the heartbreak, even the grief, because the heartbreak and the grief mean we loved. So it's a gift. It may really feel like a really hard one to think it's a gift, but it is still a gift of being human. It's something that we get to savor and experience all of the things. That's love. That's being in a state of love. So how can you really cultivate that relationship and fall deeply, deeply in love with yourself? Take this to your mirror work. Talk to yourself. Write it out on a piece of paper. What is it that you absolutely love about yourself? If I asked you to do this for someone that you had a crush on, you could do it in a minute. If I asked you to do this for someone you really admire, you could do it in a minute. If I asked you to do this about, someone that you love deeply, you could do it in a minute. So do it for you. It might take a little time and you might need to practice, but keep working on it. It's like you always have an opportunity to start again. like right every day is a clean slate and you can do it better. So practice falling deeply in love with you. And I'll tell you why. Because if your objective is like, I want to fall in love with me first, because I've always put other love ahead of myself, and it's time for me, number one. And number two, you start to realize that there's like a stepping stone. Like, first, you need to understand love and have a real relationship with what love is. Second, you need to fall deeply in love with yourself, which you couldn't do without the first step. Fall deeply in love with yourself. And then third, you attract another. And then you can experience next level love in a romantic relationship. And so here's how this works. If you imagine yourself and you have this vibration around you, and you have spent the time to really know love and to fall in love with you, and you go deeper and you keep getting your vibration raises, it gets strong, powerful. It is very high and very aligned with the energy of love. And this is how you're living your life. This is your day to day. As we've talked about, like a tuning fork, we are going to be magnetic. But here's where it gets really important to pay attention to this. We're magnetic. That doesn't mean we're only going to attract that level. We will attract people that are at a lower level, that are very attracted to our high vibe, that people that you've ever heard of, like an energy vampire, someone that kind of sucks the life out of you. They want to attach to you because they want what you have. They want that energy. They're drawn to it. It's magnetic. They don't even really consciously understand it. There's just something about you. So you have to get very clear about where you sit and what you are clear about, what you want, because you're going to have that gift of discernment that says, I can tell when it's an actual energetic match, like the tuning fork, when it's completely in alignment. One of the things that my clients say to me is, when they fall deeply in love with another person, when they've done all this work that we're talking about today, they have absolutely built a foundation on rock, not on sand. They are ready. And then boom, the person arrives when they usually least expect it and how they least expect it. But the person arrives and they begin this relationship. And what I hear constantly is, I can't believe how easy it is. Because we're taught that love is hard. It's hard work. Love takes a lot of work. Love's hard work. It takes work consistently with commitment, because we're going to have ebbs and flows. We have moods. You're human. But love is constant. It's us. It's our human emotions that we have to work on. We don't have to work on love. And so it becomes easy. It becomes effortless. It's just like, you can't imagine what your life was before this. And that's because you did your work and you understand what love is, and you know that you love yourself so deeply, so completely, that it brings joy, it brings tears to your eyes, because you've cultivated this incredible relationship with you first. And the rest, like we talked about, abundance through love. When the tide comes in, all the boats rise. That means that when you have done this work, you become magnetic, and all sorts of abundance will show up into your life in all areas of your life. And you will have this beautiful gift of recognition when it clicks into place and it's so aligned, so beautifully aligned. It just feels right. Let me know if this was helpful. This was a deeper dive today because I felt like it was necessary, because I'm getting a lot of comments about self-love, falling in love with self first, asking me to go deeper, wanting clarity about self-love. So let me know if you were here watching. Let me know if it made sense. Let me know if you have any other questions. Again, you can post it in the Facebook group. I'd love to have you do that, but you can also message me if you prefer that way. I'm loving every minute of this, you guys. We're on day 11. I feel so much gratitude for the ability to be able to come and talk about love every single day for 29 days. So thank you for sticking with me. And I will see you tomorrow, Monday, back at noon Pacific time. And we'll continue our journey. Have a beautiful Sunday. If you're watching the Super Bowl, enjoy it. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.